Yeah, it's all good. We'll just get the Wi-Fi next time.
I'm not mad at
I'll
it.
just yeah, I'll go first, man.
Yeah, go for
Fucking
it.
spin this
Hit 'em with
bitch. Oh, we spinning.
Ooh.
I got.
Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I got mathematics.
Mathematics?
Yes.
Damn. Rock and roll.
Yeah, start me over. I need a little more time. All right, let's get it. Mathematics. I was always pretty good at math until I got to like geometry and pre-cal and shit. But you know that algebra shit, people always be like, "Yo, we don't even fucking use this shit in the real world," and it's like. We kind of do. We just don't write the numbers and letters down. You know, it's just like if we do this many times and you take away the times you do this, you come up with this. You know, life is just, the whole world is just full of mathematics, and that's the way the fucking world turns. And shout out to mathematics.
Supreme mathematics.
There you go.
Shout out to math. Math is fun.
Bro, I was the worst at math. I think I have like number. What there's like a word for it where you're like dyslexic but with numbers, and I would like do math and it'd be just the most stressful thing in the world. Like, are you getting this? Do you got it? I'm like just draped in sweat. Yeah, I got it. It's not a big deal. How about you fuck off or something? And I'm like, I could actually use a little bit of help with this. Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah,
I think like the formal like school math just really sucks when you get to like your senior year, man. It's kind of like
it's not a great time.
I don't know. Plus, you don't really care about shit. That's when I was like really getting high in high school, man. I was just like, I don't want to come to school if I'm not like highed up off a fat ass joint.
All you're thinking about at school is just like, am I partying later?
My math
or
class,
now or later?
Yeah. My math class was like the very first period too, so I'd walk in there like,
just walking there like, what's up?
Shit.
What's up, man?
Free cal and shit. Let's go. You can go ahead.
All right. Here we go. What do I
First
do?
time
Just
in history,
spin it?
tap that thing.
Tap it.
Breaking the burria.
Do I tap it again?
You good.
First time. What are we doing?
What is it?
Working out. All right. Working
Nice.
out. Working out.
Work it out.
All right. Working out is basically like, I don't know. My whole thing with working out, when I was like in like middle school and shit, I wasn't like chubby, but I was not athletic. So like I would be like, working out sucks. I hate this. And they're like, run 3 miles because the president wants you to or whatever. And the president's challenge or whatever. And I was like, this sucks. I hate exercising, but I found out later when I was an adult that exercising is fucking awesome. But unfortunately, I'm lazy, so I don't do it enough.
That's
still.
tough.
So it's tough.
It's
There you go. That's all I can say about it.
He said, "That's
It's
my
over.
that's my
That's
2
my
cents
thing
on working
working
out." Man,
I need to get back in the gym, man.
I feel like they just
Me too, man.
scared me when I was young and like, you gotta work out or else you'll be lame. I don't know. It just seemed like.
they're not. You don't work out, you're gonna be hurting. You probably get old and you're like, my body kind of
absolutely, absolutely.
I've like mad arthritis and back pain and blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, that might have helped from working out, but stretching is probably far more essential. They asked, I don't remember what I was watching. They asked Kobe Bryant. They're like, Kobe, if you could go back in time and do something different with your career, would you do? And he was just like, I would stretch more. And I was like, wow,
Wild.
just. So
I would stretch more. That's like when like there's this super old man. He lived to be like past 100, and they're like, you know, what's your secret? How do you live so long? And then he's like, I chew my food.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's like a lot of people don't chew their food enough, so it puts their body through more work when it's trying to digest it instead of like chewing it to where it's more fine, to where your body doesn't have to work that hard to digest it, which makes your.
They said something that's nuts. They said something. Remember that movie Clueless? They said something on there. Alicia Silverstone was talking about like, if you chop your food up into smaller pieces, it keeps you thinner. And I was like, maybe. Like I'm not that mad at it.
So have you done any research on this?
She's like, I'm Alicia Silverstone, bro.
I just know. That's crazy.
I'm the main character in the movie.
Well, there you go, bro.
Go for it.
All right, so what do I do to spin this?
Tap the center.
screen.
Just tap it in. All right, so man, look at this thing spin. Oh my god. Nice. Okay, I've landed on action figures.
Nice.
That's that guy right there. So action figures, I was never really big on them as a youth back in the day. I can see the appeal for them though, especially if it's like you got wild imagination, you're trying to live out some narratives, have some fun as a youth and all that. But it's really like it's never was really my bag. My nephew loves Legos though, and I think that's kind of like close adjacent to action figures, and my man's got like mad taste for those. So really, all I have to say about action figures is shout out my nephew because he be digging that business.
Nice, man. I was into like wrestling action figures pretty hardcore. But
I remember that you could like buy the rings. And,
Yeah,
like, just like
in fact,
we're having a pay-per-view.
they be doing like
Did you have
stop
action
motion.
figures?
Yeah, man, I definitely.
What were you
did.
into, man?
A few different ones. I remember there was this like Power Ranger kit that you could like build all of them up into like one major Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Major
I used to,
Ranger.
that was like the one that like I guess like had the biggest stamp in my memory. Used to,
I remember like the
kinda like some
Transformers
Transformer,
ones
yeah,
where
yeah.
they would transform into a truck and then it would be like a leg.
exactly.
But the Power Rangers one was way sicker. That
It's
was
pretty much-
no,
yeah, it
no,
was like
that
the
like
same
the
thing.
pink
They're like
car with
adjacent.
the. I remember that shit.
Yeah, man.
That was a good toy.
Right? It was a great toy.
I knew some kid who had it and I was like mad jealous. That Power Ranger shit was rad.
Man,
Yeah.
remember
Action figure game is crazy.
Remember
They're
that
like all
movie with
collectors,
Arnold,
collector's
that where Arnold
items.
Schwarzenegger, Jingle All the Way, when he has to like get the action figure for his son.
Oh my! Yeah.
And he's like running around with Sinbad, and him and Sinbad are like fighting to try and get the same action figure, and it's
That
like
sounds pretty awesome.
it's
man.
pretty good.
great.
If you've never
Yeah,
seen it,
It's really funny.
he's that man Arnold's in his bag on that one. He does a lot of like harassing kids, and they're like, "Hey, let me get your action figure, little girl," and like they're like, "Just get away from me."
He does not fit as the role of a normal father.
Imagine seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger in just real
That's
life.
what I
as being
mean,
like,
like-
this guy's not real. This is
He
this
did
is
all
an
these
action figure with
movies.
legs. Or
Yeah, he did all these movies where they treated him like he wasn't an action figure.
This is
It was
literally-
super weird.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Well, that kind of worked for Big Body, but
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
good time.
all right. Are we ready to go?
Let's do
Get
it.
it.
There
Get
you
one.
go,
You
man.
ready to go?
Are
Let me
you
know when
ready?
you're
Let's
ready.
get it. I got you.
Adrilla.
Let's see what they're
You just
gonna
tap
give
it.
me.
Spinning wheels and all that.
Takes a little bit.
Very on brand. I got the Joker.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh my God. The fates
Yeah,
have it.
man. Shout out Joaquin Phoenix. Shout out Heath Ledger. I think it's a iconic role. I'm a big fan of the Joker. I'm not gonna lie. Enjoyed both movies. Really excited to see, or more curious about how they're gonna turn it into a musical. Not sure how that's gonna work. But I'm ready for it, man. I think it's gonna be cool. And yeah, shout out the Joker. Oh shit, I was actually the Joker when I was in like 5th grade. I dressed up as the Joker, went to Goodwill with my mom, got a purple suit and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck.
To find those
Filth
photos.
out.
Sick.
Filth out.
Did you do the makeup too? Did you do
Everything.
the-
Yeah, I'm
oh,
gonna find
man.
the photos. I'm gonna send them to you. Just put on the screen.
Yeah,
The Heath
yeah.
Ledger one,
We'll
like
definitely
Yeah,
the
the Heath
scars
Ledger one.
and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
gross. That's sick.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
was-
cool.
Yeah, man.
I've been Joker-fied.
Damn, man. All right, I think I'm y'all ready to start it up.
Ready to
man?
rock and
let's
roll?
do it.
Roll the rock?
Yeah. Coming in hot, it's the Loose Cannon Show. My name is Shelly Nix.
My name is Dylan Harkins.
And we also got Colin over here, Colin Jacobson, a.k.a. Nixon Disco.
Mix Master
The right-hand man. He's on the
How y'all
left-hand
doing?
side right now, though.
He said, how y'all
And, you know, we got this guy here today, man. This guy's too cool for school, man.
Yup.
And it's crazy because I think I see him more with his shades on than I see him with his shades off. So it's super cool. It's like I'm around a movie star, man. I'm like, hey, yo, what's up, Drilla? What's up, bro?
I got a celebrity in the mix.
Yo, and he has got 2 EPs out. One's called Perfecto Mundo. One is
Ooh.
called Too Cold.
Yes, sir.
And then he has
Sounds
a really
chill.
awesome album out called Watch Your Step from 2021. And they was in the YouTube comments like, yo, we want more Frito Gang members. You should get more Frito Gang members on the podcast. So we're giving the people what they want.
Yup.
Today we got our boy, Adrilla.
In the
Thank you for
mix.
having
Let's
me.
go.
Bro,
Glad
you
to
should have
be
told me
here.
you were bringing your shades, bro. I
could've had a
would have
shades
brought
party.
mine,
I'm
man.
doing something right, man. Doing something right.
Hey, there you go.
Man knows how to stand out in a crowd.
Anybody needs some fake Ray-Bans?
You need the fake rate. You need to rock the fake
Okay,
rate.
all right. I'll make y'all all look. Yeah, we're on a team.
You see?
You and me.
See,
are
these
better
guys
than them.
cool.
Y'all activated.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
We have a connection.
I feel it.
All right,
Yo,
I'm
only
committing
got
to
half
it.
of
I'm
it.
committing to the bit.
No, but I dig how everybody's just so like thankful and grateful and appreciative of being on the show, man. Because we are too, man. We're thankful for everybody who comes through here, man.
Could be doing anything else in the world. We chopping up, talking with cool people, having a good time. What more could you ask for?
Absolutely.
Dude, so what's the deal, bro? Last time I seen a picture of you, you had like blue or purple hair, and I thought for sure you were gonna come in here with blue or purple hair, but
Man.
you going blonde on us now.
Yeah,
What's the deal?
So
Bleaching.
essentially, you got to go blonde before you go any other color. But
That's what they
I
say.
really was trying to figure out what color to do next. I was just kind of digging the blonde, but the blue was for the theme of the EP, Too Cold.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it came out real, like exactly how I wanted it, the ice cold blue. Then a few days went by, kind of turned it a little bit turquoise, and a few more
Ooh.
days, kind of a little green. So I had to go back to blonde, and
Clean
and
it
yeah,
up.
no, I'm just digging what it looks like right now.
Just doing your thing, right?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Love
I
it.
didn't get a chance to listen to Too Cold, man. But I was bumping Watch Your Step all day today, man.
Man,
Shit got mad bounce to it, bro.
thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of both of them. Watch Your Step is it's real diverse. But it all comes together in a certain way. I mixed all of it on my own. It was my first full length that I mixed the whole thing. Too Cold as well. Too Cold, I definitely, you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it. I'm really proud of that one as well.
Which one do you feel is like a stronger body of? Do you feel like Perfectamundo or Too Cold is probably going to be
Man,
the heavy hitter?
those are two EPs, so I'm really gonna say Watch Your Step. That's what I'm
Ooh,
gonna
okay.
go with.
I feel like
Curveball in
a
it.
lot of it, man, because the art of it was so cool.
Yeah.
And like, what is it about? Like, how many tracks is it? It's about like, is it like 12 or
man,
somewhere?
I want to say it's
You can look
it's
it up.
9.
9?
Yeah, I believe
It
it's
seemed
9.
longer than that, man.
I believe
yeah.
it's 9. No, I think it's 9.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, of course you know, but I'm just
No,
saying, like,
I mean,
listening
now
to
you're
it,
making me,
it felt
think,
like longer
wait,
than that.
how
Wait a
long
minute.
is it? Because now I don't know. How long is it?
Making
Nine
it
songs?
insecure about
Too
its track
Cold
length.
is a combined four
That's
songs.
4 songs, but Watch Your Step.
Watch Your
Step.
Step is a combined altogether 9 songs,
9
running
songs.
There you
about
go.
28 minutes.
Yeah, man, 9 songs.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
that's really cool.
that covers Flames of Too Cold too,
Thank you.
man. Like,
I recognize that art. I feel like I seen someone else, not the same cover as you, of course, but
Uh-oh.
the same style. Oh shit, we got the caller.
They said it's too chilly. We need to warm y'all up, bro.
What up?
Hello?
What up? What up?
Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Hi, is this Adrilla on the Loose Cannon podcast?
Nah, this is Shelly Nix, but Adrilla's here. Who this?
This is Lana. I'm a big fan of Adrilla, so I wanted to call in.
Ooh.
VIP fan service. Let's go.
What's going on? Thank you for calling.
Not much. I just wanted to ask what made you start doing music?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal question. So it really goes back to my roots. I have a lot of family who's in the music industry. My like claim to fame that I always say is like kind of like what introduced me to doing entertainment is I would dress up as Michael Jackson and like dance in front of my whole family. I have a big family, right?
There you go.
So like it'd be a bunch of people all in one house at one time. I'd have like the white glove, the baby powder blowing it on everybody. And it wasn't until like 7th grade where I started recording. Shout out Mike Stone and his dad. His dad would record us. And yeah, we started making music like that.
The rest is
Kind of
history.
real organic.
You love
Real-
it.
yeah.
That's dope.
Cool.
You love to see it,
That's
man.
really cool. That's all I wanted to ask.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you calling. Anything else you want to say to Adrilla or the Loose Cannon Show?
I can't wait to hear the full podcast, I guess.
Hell
Rock and
yeah.
roll.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Loose Cannon Show, and then you'll get all the updates there.
Awesome. Y'all have a good night.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
Peace.
Thanks for
calling
calling.
Have a good one.
I'm gonna hang up. Boom. There you go.
Sultry.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Bring the
Smooth.
mic a little bit closer too.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Short
okay.
and sweet.
No, we good.
No,
We
in
good.
In the other camera. There you go.
Cool, man. Well,
Cool.
shit. You used to dance like Michael Jackson for your whole family.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that brings me all the way back.
VHS.
Wait, you got
Yeah.
you got VHS tapes of you doing it?
All,
Damn,
it's
I
all
w-
on VHS.
Nice,
And it
nice,
wasn't
nice.
just like
Got the archive
it
look.
happened like a lot of times. It was like
It's a ritual.
A lot of times. Like, it was just like a thing that happened probably like 10, 15 times.
So like, y'all come in the living room. Drilla's about to do his
Drilla,
thing.
Run us
That's
through
exactly
your
how
set
it went.
list.
What do
Run
you-
us through a
what's
set list of your
Man.
Michael Jackson songs. Why do you use? What's your opener?
I mean, my go-to was Billie Jean. I could tell you that.
Ooh,
That's a nice little opener.
Yeah,
Smart.
absolutely.
Break 'em off the
You know,
hits
warm them up,
first.
loosen them up. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
you gotta have Beat It though, bro.
You gotta have Beat It.
Beat It, that's the one.
Classic.
That's like you gotta do that like number 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think I'd probably do like 2, 3 songs
Oh.
until the baby powder ran out.
Okay. Does your family call you Adrilla, or is that like just a rap name?
No, yeah, they call me. So my real name's Adrilla.
Wow.
Okay.
And I used the how Adrilla kind of came about is my cousins used to call me Droll. It's Adrill, whatever, Droll, come here, whatever, Droll. And I really just flipped it like Drilla, and then I put the A in front of it for my name. It's really just like a play off of like my real name.
Yeah.
So, and I just kind of like the sound to it. I like debated going with my real name, but I don't like try to do too much outside of. I definitely tapping into my artistry. I tap into a different side of myself, but I feel like it all is me. So it just feels right. Feels right.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, man. So Frito Gang, man.
Frito Gang. Shout out the gang, man.
Yeah, bro. We had Dove and Spec K on here, maybe like on like the 3rd or 4th episode, I think.
One of them, yeah. That was a good time.
Yeah.
We was out there and on the east side with the Delta Greats
Yeah,
and all
we
that.
We was on
Little
the
Delta.
east side.
Bro, we was out there vacationing in the east side.
I don't know
that
where
far.
the hell. Man, I ain't never been in that
I was
neighborhood
about
before,
to get
bro.
kidnapped, man.
It didn't seem like sketchy. It was just like it was
It's by
so
the airport
far
or
away,
something.
and it's
Yeah.
just like fucking just random ass. So many random ass neighborhoods around fucking Austin. You know, it's crazy. But Frito Gang, man, when did you start fucking with them, bro?
Oh man. So I used to rap with Mike.
Mike Stone.
Yeah, Mike Stone.
That boy.
And we'd perform together, make songs together. And we had a show one time, and I remember it was the twins in the crowd, and they were fucking with the set.
Yeah.
And we ended up, it was at this place called the Corova in San Antonio.
I remember that.
Yeah,
It was like a
right.
basement kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and then there was this main stage as well. And we were all just, the show ended. They caught us outside. We were freestyling. We were like, let's get to, like, exchange numbers. They used to live off in Cibolo. We pulled up on them, made a song, and then it was kind of history from there.
Did you feel like this was like when you linked up with them, was it more inspiration? Were you excited? Like, damn, we got this group now. We're about to fucking take over. You know what I'm saying? Did
So-
you feel powerful, like teaming up with these people?
Yeah, so it was really organic in the way that like it wasn't really like talked about right away where we're a group now.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of just kept making music together, and then we like put together an album which ended up being Are You Even Listening?
Mhm.
And before we released that, we were like, we kind of just identified the members, like this is the gang, like everybody in it,
Yeah.
like everybody on the same page with it, and everybody was, so it's like just worked out.
Nice. Are You Even Listening? That like has like mad streams. I think it's either that one or the is that the one that has like so many fucking streams?
That one, it does have a shitload of streams, and a lot of it has to do with Best Friend.
Best Friend.
Friend's going
yeah.
on, Best
Yeah.
Friend's going on 3 million.
That's the
crazy.
one. The 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that on the podcast with
Yeah, so
Diamond Spec.
that's kind of like our biggest song right now.
What's your favorite things about being in a collective, bro?
I'd say with there being so many different brains and so many different ideas flowing around all the time,
Mhm.
and different perspectives going on, I feel like it just keeps a certain level of inspiration flowing. So probably that there not being many bumps in ideas happening and things like that with the amount of members. So
Nice.
I like that about it.
You ever find yourself competing with the other group members about like, I'm about to drop the best stuff ever. Y'all ain't gonna touch this what I'm dropping here. And then they be like, I actually am. I'm dropping something better than that. And then you just go
You're
at
saying
it.
as solo artists?
Yeah, it's solo artists. Is
Just
like what
material.
y'all contribute to the group dynamic and all that different
How
stuff.
do y'all
Ah.
compete?
Yeah,
I feel like everyone like
iron sharpens iron.
yeah, and really just like everyone has like their own persona, and like everyone like just tries to do them in each song, and And I know eventually everybody kind of like everybody makes their own music as far as solo career goes. Just as of recently, I've been the only one like pursuing actually putting it out to the world.
Yeah.
But I know it's coming for all of them pretty much. And even with that, I mean, maybe like when it comes to a song and we're rapping, it's like, man, I'm gonna rap better than you type shit. But that's just the competition in rap, you know?
I feel like it's natural and everybody's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's my mentality. If I hear like a dope verse from Spec K, I'm like, fuck, like,
gotta come correct.
Gotta come correct on this one.
Yeah. Frito Gang has a lot of projects, and I kind of wanted to ask, it's kind of the same question. Do you feel like any pressure to like work on your own stuff, you know, when you're putting out so many projects with the group that you're involved in? Yeah, you're heavily involved. You got verses, you know what I'm saying? You're in the videos, you know, but do you ever feel some sort of like pressure? Like, I got to go work on my own shit for a little bit.
I wouldn't say it's a pressure. I would say it's more of like a release for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that we've spent so much time with Frito Gang that like we've kind of curated our own sound. You know what I mean? People kind of like know what they want to hear when they look at Frito Gang. And for me, I'm able to display like more of like me as an individual when I like make my solo shit. So
Nice.
It's more of like a release for me.
And how would you describe your solo material compared to Frito Gang material?
I'd say it's different, but like you can definitely hear me in the Frito Gang songs and like can see like it's not far fetched from like what I put out as a solo artist. Because you can definitely like, yeah. It's just sometimes I'd put certain beats that probably wouldn't be on a Frito Gang project. I'd rap on certain beats on my project that wouldn't be on it. Yeah. So, yeah.
That rocks, man.
You be rapping in Spanish sometimes.
Definitely.
You know, we were talking about this on one episode, and I brought up the fact that like when you're writing in another language, does it ever throw you off when you're trying to make Spanish words rhyme and then you're thinking of their English translation and they actually don't rhyme? Does it kind of like throw you off at all?
Yeah, it does. And I even feel like there's like a benefit in that though too, because I definitely rap primarily in English, and so sometimes I can use Spanish words to rhyme with an English word.
Yeah,
and kind of and do it that way.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. That's super interesting. I never thought about it like that. I would, like he said, I would think it would be limiting, but that sounds like kind of gives you more options sometimes.
Absolutely,
that's really cool, man.
It's fun in that way for sure.
Rock and roll.
Is that Spanglish or what?
There it is. Yep.
Oh shit, man, dude. All right, so I've been really, I've really been trying to like get away from like the whole like biographical approach to this show. But you know, of course we want to know things about you. You know what I'm saying? You know
the real Adrilla.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, for sure. But what's been on my mind, bro, is that I've been itching to talk about is this Drake album, bro.
Oh man.
I just wanted to bring this up really quick and talk about it, and then we can get back to Adrilla, bro.
Man.
What did y'all think about it?
I love the album.
Man,
I love the album.
It rocks.
Yeah.
I loved it from the first time I listened to it.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not heard it yet because I just kind of I don't know, man. Certified Lover Boy, I felt betrayed. So I'm gonna give it a few days and listen to it. I'm not listening to kind of anyone's opinion about it, but I also I'm not excited like I used to be about Drake.
I thought I didn't really have much hype before it came out. It was kind of like a random drop as far as
it was literally like 6 o'clock on like a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, hey, new Drake dropping at midnight. I was like,
there's a bunch of memes.
It's called Honestly. Never mind.
Like, honestly,
literally. Yes.
It's an intriguing title to me.
Right?
Yeah.
That was intriguing.
The cover is sick too.
I like the.
I just gotta check it out.
And I actually, speaking of the cover, I saw someone say before it even was out, like, man, Drake really just does not care about his album covers. I was like, I like the cover.
I think it's pretty.
People don't really.
I think it's effective.
I think that's his best cover in years.
Striking.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know that music.
Yeah, it's cool.
The font is pretty wild. I like the style.
It's cool, but I feel like whereas Certified Lover Boy, people might only remember that tape for the cover. I feel like the cover of Honestly Nevermind supports and provides like additional artistic platform for the material from an audio sense, and it's great music. It's fun.
I gotta check it out.
I don't think Drake will ever put out a bad album. So for people, you really think Drake could put out a bad album, bro?
For sure.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. Come on now, like
He's
who,
22.
like fucking.
what is it?
about-
Like
I don't know.
why NW Melly
Okay.
can make a bad album. Drake is like a he's like musically inclined, bro. Like he's a writer. Like he's like bad in a sense to where like people don't want to hear it at all.
Well,
It's like,
do you
know?
think that Drake will ever release a project where it doesn't just get like a bajillion streams? Because I think that's how most people would quantify like this is what a bad album is. But I'm pretty sure that people have takes that are like Drake's dropped good projects and he's dropped less than stellar projects.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you're not going to see that in streams because it's funny. Someone mentioned Drake is like the cool club in town that too many people go to.
Yeah.
So now you don't want to go to it no more because it's like he's almost too ubiquitous. He's literally like Drake drops an album and it's like that's like everyone has an opinion. Everybody has a take. So it's hard to like find a bearing of your own to where it's like this is my take. This is what I feel about it.
I feel like that's why that's why it's like people are saying it's bad and comparing it to his other projects or like, but when you're comparing it to like all the other shit that's out there, Drake has not had a bad album. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, people can listen to it and, you know, compare it to his other albums or their preferences of music, but it's like, it's all like it's all like put together in like with professional, you know, hands. He's probably hired a lot of like cool people to work on every project that he's
Got a
made.
whole team
you
of
know what I'm
people.
saying? Like these are like, you know, it's like they're not bad. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
I
it's
mean,
like you know,
alright,
you
Shelly,
know,
I'm gonna ask you. Do you think Scorpion is a good album?
Ooh.
dude. It's like it's
I'm joking, I'm fucking-
fine.
I'm
You know what I'm
fucking-
saying?
yeah,
it's
it's
fine.
it's
You know, it's
That's
fine.
the
That's
point.
what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
the point I'm
and
making
for people to like Drake to put out this album and be like, oh, this is trash. This is trash.
I don't
Off
think
like first
Scorpion's
listen.
trash. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
I'm talking about this album
New
that
one.
he just put out. People are like totally trashing it because I guess they don't understand
That's
it and
heavy.
like, but it's like, bro, like I don't know. But I will say
kinda
my
sad,
take
too.
on the album is just like the actual like words and lyrical content isn't very like moving, but of course that isn't the point of it. I feel like, you know.
I think a testament to that is the way that he dropped it, kind of announcing it
Yeah.
hours before.
Nonchalant.
Yeah.
He knew. I think Drake has been like in the industry for too long to not make a move without like a strategy. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, especially like living in Austin, like now I'm from San Antonio. Going out and hearing the music that's played, like
Yeah.
outside, like it even gives me like a perspective, like this shit's really gonna be playing, like this could play all around Austin and people are gonna love it. You know what I mean? Just dance music is just becoming, like, acceptable in the clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It seems like there's a little bit more of a presence of because you know this new Drake album, kind of like a lot of house Afro beats kind of stuff, and then you know I saw a lot of people say like Drake rushed this out because Beyonce about to have the summer on lock and drop her project, and she dropped that song, "Break My Soul," and it samples.
housey.
Yeah, it's how
Yeah,
it samples.
yeah.
It samples "Show Me Love," which I mean a bajillion other people have done before, but it does it in a nice like bouncy house way to where it's like
refreshing.
you can feel like there's a degree of like people just want to dance, people just want to like have fun, forget about stuff, and that's why I think it's like. I think that's why I like the Drake album because it's like you can kind of just get lost in it. And I remember someone was talking about like there's no like big gossip, there's no wild claims, there's no like there's not really like catch like it doesn't catch you. It's just kind of like almost like a pillow. You know, it's just like you just put your head down and just kind of like let the vibe of the album just run its course, and it's easy to just kind of take in.
You're not supposed to listen very hard. That was
No,
my problem. I was listening
it's
too
not
hard.
challenging.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and it's just so crazy how people are acting like they're surprised at this music, but it's like, bro, like what's that song he had, Passion Fruit? That's like
That's a good
that
song.
sounds like it could go on this album.
could.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been
So-
making music
So
of
his
like
new
this
stuff's
sort
more
of
like the views, like dancey pop.
It is.
Type
Yeah,
stuff.
One-
exactly.
Like,
That's what I've
everything like
heard.
that.
Is that
There's
it's
like
like
there's like
club.
2 or 3 songs where he's like legit rapping on it.
Okay.
The rest of it's just like, you know, him hitting the notes. He's not going too far out of his lane either. It's like it's really easy. It's almost like adult contemporary.
Yeah, I feel like
For
it's
like the
just
2020s.
not fair for me to talk about. I have a bunch of opinions about Drake and his albums and how he releases, and I just like this one came out 4 or 5 days ago, and I just haven't heard it yet. So.
One thing I'm gonna stand on too is I feel like people have album reviews too quick nowadays.
So too
Yes.
Way
quick.
too
I
soon.
need to form
I
my
don't-
take immediately,
I-
and it's like you don't need to do that.
I saw
Absolutely,
this Kendrick one,
especially
and it
like
was
with
so
the
bad.
artist, yeah, like Kendrick, Drake. people I know that are gonna be tuned in and want to say something first, I purposefully stay away from social media just because like they'll ruin it for me.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm sorry to cut you off, but like with anything, like even like when people are watching award shows or like people feel inclined to feel, you know, as soon as, I mean, we all feel something as soon as we see it the first time, and everybody's just like tweeting that first thought because they want to be the first one to put their thoughts out or just feel like they want that, you know, initial thought to be out, you know.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I guess it's becoming a little bit of the human nature now, I guess. But I also don't think it's horrible to, you know, talk about how you feel about an album instantly after listening to it. But you have to acknowledge it as like your first reaction. You know, not just say, "Oh, this is trash."
This is my all-encompassing take on this album. I've heard it 1.5 times, and now is my fully formed opinion. It's like,
I've definitely taken music journalism a lot less seriously recently. When I was a kid, I would really pay attention to what Peter Travers or whatever writer at Rolling Stone thought
whatever they
about
say.
An
How many
album.
mics has got in the source?
Exactly.
If it don't got 4, I'm not listening. It's like, whoa, man. What if it has like 3.5? It's still pretty good.
Exactly. It's just that it seems like it's people who want attention. It's not really artists who are expressing. You know, like I don't really love music criticism anymore like I used to. It used to be amazing, and now I feel like right now, music criticism is not going to help me enjoy the Drake album. I haven't heard it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I go online and look it up, I don't think I'm going to enjoy Drake's album any more or less. Like, why would I?
5 reviews from 5 different people.
Look up what somebody thought about it first before I've purposely been not like you said.
Your own opinion.
With Kendrick, I did the same thing before I listened to it. I was like, all right, I'm not going to read every article that's trying to get me to click on it with that album cover on it.
Right.
You know?
And essentially. And to your point, it wouldn't, like, seeing what people say, it wouldn't steer my own opinion, but it just, like, I feel like people want like the biggest comment or most controversial like thing to say, clickbait, and so like when you're seeing all these clickbaits, it's just like, man, just like you're not really listening, right? You're kind of just talking. But music's supposed to make you feel a way. You're supposed to have a reaction every time. I just think like there's like a big like just people just want attention and want their shit to pop off. And
they say I want to have the most engagement. I want the most likes and comments. It's like cool. I mean, you get 1,000 comments or likes on your posts about Drake. Think Drake's gonna have stuff to say about it? No, there's gonna be a lot of people that say something and they gonna forget it ever happened. So you might as well just enjoy it and take it for what it is.
It's weird how like house is the thing that's being joked about like on Twitter now because Drake made this like questionable quote unquote album that is along those lines. But I feel like I can kind of speak for all of us. We kind of saw this coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? We hang out
in a club
like
for 2 years. Like what have people?
Yeah, unless you're like on 6th Street at fucking Jackalope. You know what I'm saying? You know, like if you're like, you know, this is like has been a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like and. That's
people
like
want house music.
Yeah, and the places that we hang out at, we're just like jamming to that shit casually, even if we don't know what the fuck it is. We like the way that shit sounds, but like now, like, you know, Drake drops this album that's supposedly so different from the shit that people wanted or the previous shit that he put out, and it's, I don't know, I don't feel like it should have flipped the world upside down like it did.
This adverse reaction. It's just like Drake wanted to make a house album. What's harm in that?
People feel like I felt betrayed on Certified Lover Boy. I understand
betrayed.
what you're saying. I don't feel how people. Betrayed. I can sort of understand how people feel betrayed on this album, but it's only because of their own
a fan of dance music.
like
now I'm curious
assumptions.
to hear it. Exactly. I came from liking dance music.
I think you'll
before
like it.
It was cool. You like dance music? That's okay. Like that. But way before that, I like dance music. So like Drake doing dance music to me, I'm not like, oh, my opinion is so up. I don't care. It's dance
wag my
music.
finger
it's
at you,
for
Drake.
dancing. It's not that serious,
this
man.
Meme was funny. It was like, damn, I can't believe Drake created house music like that.
I was like, remember when Kanye had Paul McCartney, and there were all those tweets like, "Good for this Paul McCartney guy." Like, hopefully,
he's really moving up in the world.
He's really, I love that shit. That shit makes me laugh. I love it.
I think the Drake album's just light, man, and people are just like underwhelmed, I guess. But you know what? Fuck all that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's about Adrilla. You know what I'm saying?
We're done.
You know?
We're done with
and you said you was from San Antonio. Do you operate primarily out of San Antonio these days?
I operate primarily out of Austin.
Which do you like more as someone from San Antonio originally?
You just came out here, right?
I've been out in Austin for like a year and a half now. San Antonio is home. I love San Antonio.
San Antonio's cool, isn't it?
I love San Antonio. Yeah.
It's weird. People in Austin don't seem to like San Antonio a lot, and I'm like, have y'all ever been? Like, you just like hear other people talk about it in Austin, and you're just like, I guess San Antonio's not that cool. It's like, I'll just like go and like go check out the Riverwalk. Go fucking go to the Alamo. Go
Right.
go.
There are little cool things in San Antonio.
Bro,
Yeah,
San Antonio is mad fun.
But it's like a lot of those things are like deep in the city. There's a lot of San Antonio around that just doesn't look so pretty. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying there's more than the other, but I'm saying like I feel like I love San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to live in San Marcos. I would go down there all the time. You know, I love that shit. But I feel like someone who's just hasn't ever been to San Antonio until they were like fucking 25 or some shit, they'll be like, oh my god, what the fuck? Unless they just go to like the Riverwalk, or I guess that's what everybody does. Yeah. What do you? I mean, how do you feel about San Antonio? You stayed there your whole life?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, yeah, like I said, I love San Antonio. It's a lot of different areas in San Antonio. But yeah, I mean, it's just home. Like, coming to Austin was really just trying to like, I lived in San Marcos as well. But obviously they're all pretty close. Mm-hmm. Coming to Austin was more just to like expand the brand, get into a new city. Mm-hmm. Yeah, find myself in a new city and see where that could take me.
Do you feel like your time here in Austin has been successful so far?
Yeah, and honestly, I feel that as of recently, and to that too, I feel like I left San Antonio because I feel like, especially with Frito Gang, like we kind of did like everything we could in that city.
Yeah,
like,
kind of like
did the festival,
Mala Luna, the biggest festival that they have in that city.
That's awesome.
Open for a lot of incredible artists. Big Boy.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
He performed the Super Bowl that year too. So that was dope.
Y'all threw y'all's own show at the Paper Tiger multiple times.
Friends. Yeah, so we got to headline. Shout out the Paper Tiger. A lot of good memories there. And yeah, it's a good time. I love San Antonio. And shout out to St. Mary's Strip.
Yup.
Dude, St. Mary's Strip is like past like few years, it's just been crazy popping. I don't know when they went through that transformation, but like
doing a lot of crazy shit over there. A lot of awesome DJs, a lot of awesome curators, and they keep it real creative over there.
Back when like Hard Bodies was up and like Limelight and shit was over there, like we used to hang out on St. Mary's back in like 2014, 2013, I guess like 2015 around there, and it's like it wasn't like that back then. Now it's like
it's full on a vibe. It's
like, whoa. Got Midnight Swim out there, Juice Box, Squeeze Box, is it? Squeeze Box.
Yeah.
Lines going crazy.
Bro, for real. I see some of the videos they post like for the line outside Midnight Swim, and I'm just like, is there that much room in the club? Like,
yeah, shout out John Michael. He's got some production credits on my first EP.
Bro, he's so nice with it. Like, I remember like a decade ago, I think I asked him, I was like, hey man, I really like your stuff. We should like work together. And he's like, bet, tap in. He sent me like 5 or 6 beats. I was like, these all rock. And I just never could, I could never figure out like what I wanted to do with them. And eventually I just got distracted, never did anything with him, which is a damn shame because now I see him doing stuff. I'm like, wow, boy, John Michael is like miles deep in his bag these days. I'm like, wow, man.
He's going crazy.
The people there's a lot of love in San Antonio, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of people like to say that. That's not the case.
Nah, yeah.
I feel it.
I noticed that with y'all, with Frito Gang, and I was like, anytime I would do something that I was like hanging around y'all, whether I had something to do with it like digitally or just was at the show or like whatever, like. Y'all brought the people out, man, organically.
I would say people in San Antonio really want music, from my experience. Yeah. They're ready to go.
Man.
Yeah.
Right?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that too.
That's been my experience.
For sure.
I can agree with that too. And the meaning behind Frito Gang, so like Frito Gang was like already created before I was kind of like added on with Mike later on. Mm-hmm. And to your point, Frito Gang was kind of, I mean, the name, the meaning behind it is like the variety pack of chips and how Fritos are the last ones, like getting last, not getting love, like that. But me and Mike, we really didn't experience that. Like in high school, people were fucking with us.
Nice.
And so like, thankfully we've had that, even in like when we were amateurs, like You can even go like on YouTube and like see like us performing like as 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds at like the parties and shit. And San Antonio's always just showed love. And aside from it being home and loving it for different reasons, like that's another reason why I don't always feel like home, because we've always gotten support. I've always gotten support from there.
It's home base.
Yeah, we got a lot of family there too.
If somebody has never been to San Antonio before, and they're trying to do like the most like touristy thing besides the Riverwalk, where would you take them if they're like, yo, show me a good time, Joe?
Go to a Spurs game.
You might have to hit the AT&T Center, low key.
Right.
Spurs is fun.
There's just so many different areas in San Antonio too. Man, maybe the Pearl. I don't know.
You're forgetting the Alamo, man.
Man, I recommend people don't go to the Alamo.
How about you don't go there?
Very underwhelming.
Yeah, it's a building.
Man, and people always ask me that, like, what restaurants should I go? And I feel like, I don't know if it's because I've lived there or like I grew up there, that there's just so much shit in my mind when like there's hard to like recommend one thing. I don't really have like a go-to. I'm like, okay, what do you like? Like, do you want to dance? Do you want to have like a nice view? Do you want to, what kind of food do you like? This, that, like.
Well, you say like people always talk about the Alamo. That's like a popular tourist attraction, but you say it's underrated. What's like a tourist attraction that's like, well, you said overrated, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you said underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's like one that's like
Properly rated.
Yeah, you know.
Very whelmed.
Go to a Spurs game.
There you go.
Wouldn't lie about it. Just go to a Spurs game, get
fun,
blackout
man.
drunk, and
Spurs
just
is
yell the whole
fun.
time. You'll have the time of
Oh.
your
Six
life.
Flags.
Six Flags.
Yeah, go to
Yeah.
Six
Fiesta,
Flags,
Texas.
bro. Oh my god.
SeaWorld?
Boo.
But he said, boo. Save the whales.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
man, SeaWorld must be empty. Are they selling any tickets now, dude? Who goes to SeaWorld?
tough.
I've been to
There's a lot
SeaWorld
of
once, and it was
I went
cool.
way-
I went
Yeah.
before Netflix.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was before then, but it was mad
I was
hot
not in the
outside,
splash
though.
zone.
And
The splash zone. Watch out, you gonna get wet.
me and Dylan went to a Spurs game like last year. We've been to a couple, but this particular
yes.
one was like off the fucking wall, bro.
Yeah.
So it's when the Spurs are playing the Houston Rockets in
Oh
the
my
beginning of the
God.
season. I think it was like, was it last season or the season before last season?
I think it was the one before last
One before.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. It's when James Harden is still on the
Yup.
Rockets. Yeah, James Harden, and then like fucking Lonnie Walker, and I think this was it DeJounte
Lonnie
Murray.
and DeJounte, bro.
They were fucking
oh my god,
spazzing,
I
bro.
was-
She goes into like double overtime.
They had to shut
bro.
me up. I was about to be causing a ruckus in there,
Bro.
man. I was like, my son Lonnie's getting it.
We might.
Bro, I was stoked.
That's the most fun I ever had in San
Yeah.
Antonio.
I'm,
bro.
I'm like, I'm a diehard Spurs fan, and like, I just love watching the young guys ball out because I'm just like, man, y'all carrying the torch very nicely. And I was bummed when we got rid of Derek White, but he almost got him a ship with Boston, so I'm not that mad about it. Plus, his contract got a little weighty, so we couldn't hold him on the roster too much longer.
To keep it on San Antonio, my relationship with San Antonio is it used to have this place called the White Rabbit, and that was
Oh, yeah, I remember the White
that
Rabbit.
is the premier.
man.
That was one of the premier metal venues of the nation. Like for real,
Absolutely.
it was just the best back in the
White
day.
Rabbit.
So
I seen
that
it, too.
actually is the Paper Tiger now. How
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
just talking about
absolutely.
Paper Tiger.
Right,
Paper Tiger.
yeah.
I had
I went to something as paper.
I saw like Juicy J at the White Rabbit. That was cool. My homie K10, we used to make music when we were younger. He was in a band called Through Arteries. He played the drums for them. And so
Fuck
we'd
yeah.
always
Corey did my album when I was 16.
shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy.
Small world.
Small world,
so,
small
I
world
mean,
moment.
Through Arteries, the
Exactly,
San Antonio.
yeah.
Yeah. I go
Absolutely.
deep in
Sick
that shit.
band.
I'd go to
name.
his show. We'd go to his shows and shit. And so
Hell yeah.
real young.
Yeah, I mean, we all were fucking. That was
Yeah.
wild.
So
Throwback.
Hell yeah. Good to
they had
fucking
that
know,
little
bro.
pizza joint in there too.
Ye-
What was that place
That's
called?
I can't remember,
Yeah.
but they were always upset. They were always mad that you wanted
Never-
pizza.
Right?
And I'm
How dare
like,
you ask for
you're
here?
at a venue. It seemed like they didn't want to be
pizza
there.
joint.
Yeah.
I've never been at a restaurant
This
that
is
didn't
bad
want
real
to
estate. We need to
exist.
move. Or something.
Where's the pizza place at?
It's in,
In
the
the-
venue.
it was in the White Rabbit?
It's like in the garage in the parking
It's
lot.
where the
Yeah.
Rumble is now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
Rumble wasn't like even a thing at all. Like
That's what I'm
there
saying,
was no
like-
like gate or anything like
Mhm.
outside area. It was just like a little place.
Yeah, that was a broken down pickup truck.
Exactly.
And,
Not for real.
for real though, like that had legendary tours, legendary shows every week.
Definitely.
Every week it would be
Definitely.
something legendary. So to me, San Antonio is always like where real metalheads are from. The Upon a Burning Body has a huge fan base. People in San Antonio, like I
There's
said
a
earlier,
huge metal fan
are
base in San-
ready
it's
to
crazy.
go.
Yeah.
It
Definitely.
seems like people want music there from
From
all
all,
experiences.
all different
Yeah,
angles.
metal
All
and
different
that.
angles, man.
I agree
So-
with that.
So,
Yeah.
do you think there's any places you've been to in Austin that kind of capture the same essence that one might experience in a local San Antonio spot? Like, do you have any favorite like get downs here in Austin that you frequent on the reg?
So recently I went to a place that literally like I was in the spot and I was like, this reminds me of like somewhere you go to in San Antonio. It's called Volstead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and I was like,
Be like
even down to
Volstead,
even down
East Side.
right, even
Hell
down to like
yeah.
how hot it is in that bitch.
Oh my god, yeah, you've been there getting
Yeah.
exercise, man.
Not for real. But nah, the DJ was going crazy, and like the setup of it just kind of, and it was real dark and it was hot, and I was just like, I feel like I'm on the strip right now.
I think like every other like Tuesday or something like that, my homie throws like a little night there called Bodega Nights.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, and they always have some really cool DJs. It's on like the first Tuesday, last Tuesday, something like that.
Okay,
We'll have
cool.
to get the deets on that.
Definitely.
But Volstead's a cool place,
Yeah,
man.
they do
Yeah,
that.
it's
And then,
smooth.
and then they got I think like King Louis every Friday too. Like,
That's who was
Yeah.
there, and he was
bro,
going crazy.
he goes crazy
goes-
on
yeah,
the
he was
ones and
going
twos,
crazy.
man. Like,
Some of the like his mixes were going
I
nuts.
feel
Yeah.
like that guy just practices, man. He's just
He's-
sharp.
Yeah, and shout out Joaquin too.
Of course.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
yeah.
what we were talking about
Both-
earlier with the
both
dance
of 'em.
music.
Yeah.
I mean, it's undeniable, man.
He's been hitting
Awesome.
the DM like, yo, when's it my turn to come on the show?
like whatever,
That's
man.
the homie.
Ah, yeah.
It's so cool seeing like
That's so
local
cool,
people
man.
that you like get to experience on a personal level. You're like, this guy's cool, he's really talented, and then you see them start to blow up and like accrue success just by proxy of their efforts and all the time and effort they put into their craft. And it's like, man, that's some really inspiring stuff, man, because then they come back and they got their pocket put together, they got their whole like they've got it down to a science. You show up and it's just like a full-on experience. I'm like, man, that rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Definitely.
Volstead's a place.
Hell yeah, man.
It's not a bad vibe.
It's
Fuck.
got a San Antonio ready to go by.
Saying, man. So what's the future plans for Adrilla look like? You got these two. Is the two EPs, are they new or is
So
Watch Your Step newer?
So Too Cold is the new one.
Too Cold is the
Too
new
Cold
one.
is 4 songs. There's one feature on it, Mike Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I put that song last because that's kind of did that on purpose in showing that that's how the next project is gonna be curated. More singing,
Mhm.
a little bit more auto tune. I'm not against auto. I love auto tune. But definitely been singing a lot more with and without auto tune.
Were you were the one singing on Surround Me, right? Was that you?
It's Levi.
That was
That's Levi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Levi.
You did a good job on that chorus.
Shout out Levi. But I mean, really just shows, man. I want to get some shows in order. I said recently that I wanted to do my first solo show out here, and I got that done at a art show. It was like
The
it was a
pop-up.
vibe, dude. It was cool.
I remember
Nice.
that.
Yeah, it was super fire. I got to perform some of those songs for the first time. More shows, more music, more videos, everything.
You got any
Just-
places out of state you want to visit on tour, or just somewhere like if I could pick a venue to go here, I'd do it at this venue in this state?
I wouldn't say so. I kind of want to
Just
hit
kinda
like
go
all the
wherever.
cities that I haven't got to hit already.
Yeah.
I got a lot of family on the West Coast. That's where like a lot of like
Okay.
my family that's in the industry is. Actually, you guys Marvel fans?
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I
my
haven't watched it, but
yeah, I
I've heard
haven't
it's
watched
pretty
it
slick.
either. But my uncle just had a placement on. He had on episode 5. He had a
Really?
song, yeah, Más allá del sol.
That's sick.
In the outro of the episode, they played his song. It was a big deal in our family for sure, Manuel Bonilla.
Wow.
So that was super dope. And that
Yeah,
just
it sounds
happened.
exciting.
It just happened just happened, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
that
think
was
the
super sick.
syncing industry is something that like we all as artists should look into, man. Just like getting our songs in, because there's so much content out there like, on Netflix, on Hulu, so many like
Man.
deals and like so much like room for
Right.
music.
And a
You know,
lot of the songs you hear, you're just like, man, this shit not hidden.
Yeah, it's like
some
it
of
just
the
sounds
Netflix
better.
shows you're like,
It just sounds regular. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like it's just like.
wait,
And I'm not
So-
hating, I promise.
Yeah, but it's like
promise.
you know like mediocre shit when you hear it, you know,
Exactly.
and if it's on like some shit that everybody's watching, it's on like a platform like Netflix, which I don't think it's that hard to get your film on Netflix if it's, you know, up to the standard,
there.
right? You know, but
What's the process for that?
yeah, I've kind of looked into it a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's just so much room for us to have our music on in any of these like slots, man. There's so many shows.
I have a
just
friend
being
who's
coming out every
syncing
year.
one of my favorite shows, you know, like, and that's just when I went to school, they also had entire like syncing lists like of people ready to go, and I would get emails,
Really?
and they would be like, "I'm this. We need this style of music with this kind of, well, like, it's a big, huge industry. A lot of it's in Nashville, a lot of it's in Atlanta,
Yeah.
a lot of it's in LA, a lot of it's in New York. It's a really, like you're saying, like a really big thing that a lot of artists, especially musical artists our age, are just not.
You see
thinking.
they're talking about building a production studio in San Marcos.
Man.
Ooh, I did see that. I
They're-
saw that earlier today.
They said they finna clear out like 75 acres of like Edwards Aquifer, and I'm like, bro,
It's fucked
that's
up.
San Marcos is not a big town, and
So
man, that's
That'd
gonna
be
a
so-
that square gonna be packed,
right,
man.
I didn't
oh my
even
God.
I didn't even read into it, but like I just thought that they're probably doing such a big production in that city because I saw not too long ago it's one of the cheapest cities to live in.
I can see it.
Yeah, I
So I'm
love
like,
San
man.
Marcos because it's not very
Right?
expensive to live there.
So
Yeah.
it's like they're probably putting. I saw like the square footage was insane. I couldn't even recite it, but I was like, I bet they chose this city because it's probably like not too expensive to develop there.
And it's also
Yeah.
just the area, dude. Like where this corridor between Austin and San Antonio, it's
I was
like
gonna say.
I remember growing because I'm from the area. I grew up in Seguin, Texas, lived there my whole life basically, and just watching all these houses and neighborhoods and developments and different new little shopping centers pop up. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but there's a degree of the charm that gets lost when everybody and their dog is like, I'm moving to San Marcos, I'm moving to New Braunfels, Texas, I'm moving
Yeah.
to San Antonio, I'm moving to Kyle, Church Cibolo, all that. And it's like,
Man.
they talking about doing a protest at Summit like City Hall in San Marcos, I think like this week or the next. And I'm like, do you think, man? I don't know if you got enough deep pockets to stop Netflix
Yeah.
production from happening. But wish you the best
That's
of
what-
luck and all the
Man,
same.
That's
they
what
can't get
kinda-
rid of the river, man. That's
Right.
fucked up, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there'll still be bodies of water. They're just not gonna get rid of the whole river. But it's like, come on, dude.
Just get rid of Soul Park.
Don't come in San Marcos fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying?
I heard they're trying to make a green belt that goes from San Antonio through San Marcos into Austin.
Really?
So that's the plan they're going to do. I think they're trying to make it seems like they're trying to make Austin, San Marcos, San Antonio like a Dallas Fort Worth
Yeah,
metro.
for sure. That's definitely the play. They're gonna put like some speed rails to where you can like
For
go
sure.
from SA
Yeah,
to
and all
Austin.
of this is like public knowledge too. This
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
they're planning it and proposing things, and they really want to make it a natural thing, like a walkable green belt for
Just walk
120 miles or
walk
something
from
like
Austin
that.
to SA and just soak the nature of it.
I know. It's like
I'll walk it in the winter.
Yep.
Fuck it.
I would walk
Soak
like
it
a
up.
part
I
of
believe
it.
you would.
Right?
I'll do it.
Bumped
I'd
up.
be doing shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like it would be like I'd walk a little bit of it and then maybe leave. Like,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
can I get an Uber?
Call
Let's-
Uber, right?
When do
Let's
I
bike
just
it.
plan out
Right, there you go.
100-mile
Shelly be like, we just
trek
getting
through
started.
the
Yeah, bro,
woods.
we getting a workout today.
I get like the advancement in like, you know, trying to improve like cities and all this shit,
Mhm.
but it's like it sounds like everybody's like piling into Austin. And that's what it seems like, and
It's
people
tough.
are like kind of just like, it's almost like Austin's a bubble, right? And people are like filling up this fucking bubble, and people are starting to
Yup.
pop out into these other places. It's like, when have you ever heard someone just so excited about moving to Buda or Kyle, right?
That's
And
the
it's like
thing, man.
it's like it's wild, bro.
It's all the people that
That
come to
is-
Austin. They're like,
that's
it's
true, though.
expensive.
Exactly. That's
It's
what
because
I'm-
those
But let me
people
get
are
close
from
enough.
Ohio.
Yeah.
And their life sucks. So they go and see Buda, and they're like, this isn't a torture festival. I could live here. And they don't realize, like,
It's just tough. 'cause
Austin or San Antonio or Houston or Dallas, cities we talk about all the time, even on the show, like, there's stuff happening that's cooler there than in fucking Pflugerville. I don't know.
Well, I think people who got money are moving into like the actual city,
That's-
and
yeah.
people who like
Like you
are
said, popping
either
out.
Yeah, people who want to like actually buy a home that don't got it like
aren't
that,
from
are almost like
California,
forced
working tech
to
or
like
something
buy
like that,
houses in these
yeah.
like outskirts places. Like I've thoughts about like buying a house, but it's like, you know, when anybody talks about the fucking economy or like the market or whatever the fuck, it just sounds like an outrageous idea to be thinking about buying a house right now if you're not fucking a baller. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just get a mortgage and be trapped into my mortgage for like 30 years with like just pay it off halfway by the time I pass away from natural causes. Someone else can pick the bill up when I croak. Like I don't know if that's exactly the wave, but that's what they say. Buy real estate. That's the good investment. Forget all the extra business. Make no more land. I'm like, yeah, I mean that's true. They making NFTs and crypto and metaverse stuff. They ain't making no more. You can't pick up no more dirt that they make manufactured. So it is what it is. But what are your thoughts on all that, Drill? As we get close to the wrap up, you got any big thoughts on like the area, what you'd like to see take place, what you feel like is best for the Austin San Antonio corridor?
Man, not necessarily. I think a lot of shit happens that you can't stop, like kind of like with people like renovating some of these places that have been stamps in the high rises and stuff.
Yep.
I know you can do like, I mean, you could do like you said the protests and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like money talks. So like when a lot of bread is being spent, like it's hard to stop shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I have a question that I meant to ask like way before when you drop watch your step. I'll say it correctly, not
yes,
watch
sir.
your step. Watch your step. You had a really cool visual. Even you had like, I don't know if it was just to promote the album, but like you had first of all, you had the whole concept of like stepping on a piece of gum, and that was the whole thing of like watch your step. I guess you kind of use that as like a vessel to, you know, express the concept. But the visuals are crazy, and I think you shot it with Morty Zapata. Yeah. How'd you end up working with him?
Man, I think it was really just on some like social media networking. I think I
He's
came
heavy.
across,
He's active on social media.
yeah,
for
and
sure.
he does a lot of different shit, but and he had done. There was this like short video he did with this girl. I couldn't even tell you the name, and it was that video because he had like a lot of like trap videos, but there was this one video aside from the trap videos that he was doing that was like more like artistic, and I remember seeing that, and I had this idea of what we brought to life, and I was like, I feel like, especially being in Austin, I wanted to find like an Austin-based videographer, and it was kind of experimental in that sense, and it came out like exactly how I wanted it to.
Nice.
So, but seeing that he had like that approach in the past of like something a little bit different, I was like, okay, this is the dude I wanna try to bring this idea to life with.
Did you chew the gum that you stepped on in the video?
A lot. Yeah, and I used a lot of gum too.
Nice. That was
so
like,
much, huh?
Yeah, it seemed like I thought it was just one
Sizable.
piece of gum just looking at it, right?
Man,
But it's like
It's so much so that like I was like, I should have done slime or something, like pink slime, because it was getting wet, and then it was like not sticking, and then the sun was coming down and it was melting it.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Why is
it
it
was
so complicated?
Yeah, it was a process to get that shot for sure.
it's not something you think about when you're like, all right, I'm just gonna chew some gum up and step on it.
Right, and I
you
was
know?
balancing on one foot too, and he was like, "Okay, hold it." I felt like I was on that bitch for like way too long. Like, I was like falling this way, falling that way.
Put your foot down, just ruin the whole
Right,
shot.
right.
And the docks too.
Right. I mean, yeah, and the dogs too. Right. And
Do you still have gum on the bottom of your shoe from that?
He said, "Nah, we moving up."
Me? Nah, yeah, and the white Dickies too.
We had a different pair on set.
Yeah, right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I get a new pair every month, so. No, I'm just
Oh,
Yeah.
I have no big
there you
deal.
go.
It's the same
Sean.
ones.
I feel like that's kind of cool. Like to only wear like one kind of shoe, and whenever that pair gets dirty, just buy a new pair. I feel like that's a cool kind of
Easy living.
Like you're a
Like,
cartoon
man,
character,
very-
like your
very
SpongeBob
simple.
SquarePants.
Exactly.
You just wear
Very
the same
simple.
shoes every day.
just a character. This is what I wear, and this ain't gonna change, right?
That's crazy.
But I think we can bring this to an end unless y'all got any more questions, man.
Yeah, I got one more. Just what do you want to leave the people with, Adrilla? If there's one more thing you could tell the fine folks watching at home, listening on their iPhones, tuning in on the tube,
Definitely.
on the YouTubes, what would you leave them with as some parting words?
Let's see. Go stream the music. Of course, One thing I'm gonna be focusing on as like my next endeavor is crazy videos. I released a video for 10 Degrees off of Too Cold. That was like the last EP, like we said, and it was really just like having fun, right? It wasn't.
Is that when you had the brown suit on with your chest out and
Yeah,
the
man.
movie star shades?
Shot
Never
the,
catch this man with
shot
his
the
guard
cover-
down.
Shot the cover that day too.
Too cold for
All that was really organic, and really fun. Like it wasn't much planning going into it, and I had Jagan. Shout out Jagan. I knew he would create a dope visual with it. But Too Cold was about just getting some shit off my chest, and like was just in a space where I wanted to release. And it was fun. It was fun to make the music. It was fun to make the video. But the next endeavors are gonna be kind of like the same approach with Watch Your Step, probably a full length with a whole theme behind it. And,
Oh yeah.
And I want some crazy visuals to go along with it. So yeah, man, just if you're fucking with me, keep fucking with me. If you're not, go check out the music. Probably will fuck with me. And
Probably.
and yeah, man, that's really it.
Nice, man. Well, I want to personally commend you of just being like a inspired artist, man. Like, you know, cooking up these ideas in your head and using your resources, grabbing people who you know can get the job done, and you know, working with people collectively to put together a dope art piece, because you've put out some really cool stuff, man.
I
Shout out to Adrilla, man.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
man.
Adrilla,
Thanks for
shout out
having me.
Frito, shout out all the boys.
Shout out the
and
gang.
Yeah, man.
Always.
We love to see it. And with that, this is the Loose Cannon Show. That's Shelly Nix. I'm Dylan Harkins. That's Colin. That's Adrilla.
Yes, sir.
And we are outie.
We out.
Shit. Bam.
Good shit.
Boom.
I'm gonna go listen to Drake's new album.
Right now. I will
Try not
catch
to
y'all
dance.
later.
I refuse to dance.
I got a
will
hot
not be
date
dancing.
with a Drake album. We cannot be stopping me.
For some content, I'm gonna get a photo of all of us real quick.
For sure, for sure.
Which one you want? That one?
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go.
Where is
I'm
it?
about to go home and play
Am I
some
dumb?
Red Dead,
Yeah,
man.
you're like, I don't give a
go
fuck.
feel like a damn
I'm
cowboy.
John Marston.
Man, I've been doing these bounty hunts, bro. The
Bounty
legendary
hunts are the
bounties.
best ones. That's the best part of the whole game is the bounty hunts
That's why you buy the ticket.
in Strawberry Town.